Alright, we're back. Let's get on with it. Alright, now time to dismantle that. Okay, but first I need to handle this city, which needs to build the ancient customs. But first, anything that would provide me production with a cheaper efficiency. It's greater efficiency. 4 production in a third of the time, yes. Camp is absolutely a good one. By the time it gets to it, it's probably increased the production enough to be worth it. Okay. Then the factory after that, maybe? I'll have to see. The city will get more development as time goes on. Simply from its surroundings. Having more options, as well as, of course, building itself up with new improvements over time. Where do I plop you down? That's the question. Do I want to settle cities here or over here? Fill in this portion, or get the stuff that's closest to Sioux in order to cut them off? Yeah, let's finish up with that portion of the coastline. It probably is the most reasonable option out of all of them. Yeah, let's go here. That tile seems good to me. Oh, the result stone wouldn't be that bad. Or I can do the theory of evolution in order to get everything in order. I can focus on basic buildings and let the rest be handled by other cities. Yeah, why not? Let's get those buildings through and then go back to doing the old infantry pioneer. There. This is a newer city, so I need to focus on production. Let's say non-production. Cold and ammo it is, and then the parts plant, and then the advanced copper works. No. The wood dynamo first. Okay. Should be good enough for this city for now. Unless I'm missing something. Charity. Oh. I need modern offices and animal trainer horse. March. I think the Abates is the last thing. It's probably safer to be on the tile with the bear on it. Combat can be a little odd at times. That's for sure. Why not build the one that costs more production? For animals. You know, like this orca right here. Oh, I can plop down a marine institute there, but not anything else. Okay. Really now? Okay, it not appearing at all does imply to me that it's, I can't build any of those. What was it called again? Oh yeah, right, those. Center of Shark Studies. I can't build one. Almost 30 population as the requirement. Perhaps it's higher. Even then, there aren't any cities around that are that big. It truly is 40. I could just check by hovering over the button, but, well. It's gone already, so. Not much I can do about that. And defend, and this spot puts me within reach of this. Whilst of these tiles, which have a lot of potential. So, yeah. While still being in reach to the further north ones as well. Tile definitely needs some improvements in the future though. I could build a farm here. It's not much better to put there. Okay, mining camp. That much is obvious. It's quite simple, really. A mining camp is just too good to ignore. And with a low enough production cost that any city can really build it within, you know, like 50 turns or so. Regardless of where they're actually at, production-wise. So of course I'll build it as soon as I can manage it. It's too early for those camps to be replaced with breeding programs, so it's not really a problem. Especially since all of these can be built in a single turn. And the other ones are absolutely built to the level of a multiple of them being built in a single turn. So there are, of course, exceptions to this, but, well, exceptions are exceptions are exceptions. There's always something special. Construction firm it is. Anything else that could feasibly be built fast enough to be worth it? Not at the moment. Maybe just wait for later on that one. We'll come to a real decision. Oops, sorry. There. That. Okay, sorry about that. Is there anything I want to talk about? I don't know, maybe I can start complaining about consumerism. What a surprise. Although, in all honesty, if I do end up doing that, it probably should wait until, well, the tech is researched so I can have some sort of idea on, well, at least some level of a prompt on what to say. Okay, the construction would do 15 production in 12 turns. Yeah, okay. Cottage industry. Although admittedly it's actually, that production number is actually inaccurate. Because it is plus 20%. The cottage industry plus 15% gives 18, so it's really plus 24 production. It's the military production reduction that causes it to hiccup a bit on the actual production numbers. Oh, we've hit 5,700. I mean, it's another ranking that's exceedingly obvious. Most of them probably are. Metropolitan administration. Okay, so not only does it need to be a city size 30, it also has to have the metropolitan administration building, which I don't necessarily have in every city. much better to build a lumber mill there. The city desperately needs the production bonus. Okay, let's get those on out. Sure, why not? Let's get these really cheap buildings out of the way. We obviously need food production, so. And you also need the granary in order to be able to build the modern mill. Now, if I could only remember where it was there. You also need a seawall, and considering, yeah, that city's specific location, it is nigh mandatory. Okay, I've already built the bronze. Yeah, I think the advanced copperworks might be... No, the coffee shop's also pretty fast. Okay, the coffee shop first, and then the advanced copperworks. And then the advanced ironworks too. Nothing else is, as far as I can tell, that efficient. Quite efficient enough. Except in that, the natural gas power plant and coal plant. Beyond that, doesn't seem to be anything else, so... Oh! Hmm. Hmm. There is a potential issue with fortifications. Okay. That is a good sign for me to bring along this dreadnought, though I may upgrade it to a proper battleship. Yeah, okay. I just wanted to check to make sure that, there weren't any privateers or the like ready to harass my coastline. Because, well, coastal harassment is, above all, extremely annoying. But hey, atomium. Okay, no attacking. I want you to bombard the city defenses. Which you can't do if you've already attacked for the turn. You also can't do a ranged assault if you've already attacked for the turn, but, wow. They're really more for later turns than anything else. Hey, a merchant. That's... okay. Hmm. Let's get you some air defense and turn you into a destroyer. You should be able to move even further that way, I believe. There. Okay. There we go. Oh, Tamaroa. That's right. Let's get you some of the other buildings. Some of the cheap stuff on through. Oh. The city's current culture level can only support 11 more wonders. That's alright. I can pick something else to build. You know what? Just build this first. I may as well.
My first rule of consumerism is never to buy anything you can't make your children carry.
Ah. Department store given for free by Willis Tower. Required to build Willis Tower. That seems to be a... I want to see that. Globalization. I think that's information era. No, that's atomic. Later atomic, but still atomic. The fact of the matter is I can build the mall, which combines several things, as well as the shopping district and the supermarket. Okay, go back to hunting random animals. What's with the sudden influx of cock merchants? Alright, let's build that. And I think the modern offices have been built in the city. That department store is throwing me off. But it looks like it has. Yeah, there's the construction firm. Oh, time to grab the traction engine workshop. Okay, yeah, it's accurate, the +7, because I already have that in the parts plant, so... Coal-fired dynamo, wood-fired dynamo, construction firm, parts plant... Advanced copper works. Anything else I'm going to save for later? There were only 3 units in the city? Well, keeping. Okay, mining camp. It's the obvious choice. It'll take some time for the city to become reachable to trade. There. It took a moment. Was able to deal with all numbers. Okay. Sure, there it is. Workboats captured. Okay, so I do need a new infantry in order to plop on there, so... The city. It's gonna be a bit longer before I make my way that far eastward, so... Just head back over to here and rest. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, the shopping district, because it's more trade. It's a fairly good idea to build more of. You're lacking in food production, though. You definitely need a modern granary. Keep forgetting where the building specifically... Okay, seawalls. There it is. It is mildly annoying having to try to keep up with it. Okay, the city has seawalls, and I don't see the modern granary, so I'm gonna presume... So it's just a shopping district. Yep. Yeah, you're pretty good, at least when it comes to the general overall buildings. Let's just build all the factories and call it a day for your queue. Should be enough to last a long while. Oh, well, the factory's at that level. The later ones I can just ignore for now. That should help get finances a bit better into check. Pretty sure, yeah. Nope, okay. Nah, I don't feel like complaining about consumerism. Honestly, there isn't really much I want to talk about, so it'll just be a quieter game for today. Let's have you just build a shopping district and the... Well, seawalls first, then the shopping district, and then the modern granary. The factory is usually the best idea out of a lot of... generally not so great options, admittedly. Okay, I say the Papyrus Grove is reasonable to build before the factory. Otherwise, factory's just top tier. That's what happens when every city on the continent has power. You're gonna have to figure that one out on your own. Ah, okay. And airlift mode is Shift A. There we go. Bronzesmith, lead, charcoal, tar. Maybe not. The antique shop is pretty good. Not as good as the clockwork manufactory, though. Workshops, though. Or the mathematics department. Yeah, scientists provide 3 production now. Isn't that neat? I want to get the coffee shop before I get the antique shop, though. But fire ammo is also quite good. Anything more than that, I want to wait on a bit. Just to see how production changes. Manganese. Should definitely get the city even more production. Where is it you built the construction from? Okay. Right, now deal with that, and not really sure beyond that. At the very least, that did tell me that Sue is pretty close to unlocking Renaissance, and that they're capable of reaching the era, but right now they're working on gunpowder, which actually isn't required to reach Renaissance. But I don't think I need to say that. Oh, they did research it just now, otherwise they wouldn't have unlocked gunpowder. They asked to buy it and then researched it like a couple turns ago. That's the best explanation I can think of. Okay then. Sure, I guess. Let's see here. Rail, truck. If you haven't gotten a snake bit yet, you're not getting a snake bit. At all. So. I'm gonna skip the physics lab because I'll get the standard model at some point soonish. The World News Network is a long, long way away. Mass media is still an atomic, but it's... you know what, I'm gonna wait on it. I don't know how the situation might end up changing. So it's better just to wait for the time being. Oh, that turns into an arboretum. Yeah, probably should build a community farm and arboretum quickly. Once all the really cheap stuff is gone. The city also, I know for sure, needs a one granary, and there are no seawalls needed here as far as I can tell. I think they've already been built, so...
Fine art is that in which the hand, the head, and the heart of man go together.
Bauhaus School. Oh yes, those. +2 production from artists in all cities. And +2 culture from all engineers and great engineers in all cities. Both of those look pretty good to me. Also, free art gallery in every city. Heh. Yeah, pocket the money. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, after the palisades, just the abates that need to be taken down. First aid animals. Once there's nothing else, commando, I guess. The likelihood of that hunter needing commando is very, very slim. Okay, ancient customs. The carpenter is, as always, good enough to build right away. Say, yeah, let's just do these. Then again. Fine, let's do all the groves. After that, well, the shopping district's really expensive, and I don't... It's It's becoming questionable whether or not it's worth it, at least to build a shopping district. Perhaps I should instead build the university when I reach the engineering school. Don't break. Okay. Go, the Versailles is done. Let's hope it doesn't lead to an increase of noble specialists. I like my scientists, engineers, and artists. Thank you very much. Continue building that. Just because just because there's someone interrupting your turn does not mean I want you to stop. It's unlikely that you'll get attacked. Nothing there, and nothing there. Okay. Which city is this? Goth. Yeah, makes sense. That it's doing so well. Put Westminster Abbey at the end. It's not going to be done this session. It might not even be done next session, but it'll get finished. Don't worry about it. Okay, the city already has most of everything it could need. Hello, seawalls. I see you there. Yeah, I need a tank factory. I want to start building tanks. So. The assembly plant is very, very good as always. And on the industrial farms, because the industrial farms are just that good. It's going to be a while before the parts plant is any of real benefit, really. So. And it's gone. There we go. Build the lighthouse already, would you? I don't know if I have wheat, so I am absolutely building that up. Yep. Honestly, I should not have expected anything else. I think I have a pharmacy further down, so I really shouldn't. Skip the toll house. I think I might have a customs office further down, even if I don't actually know. confirm. Fire hydrants. Stakes? Nah. Minor League Stadium's not a bad idea. Marina, parking meters, animal racetrack, rec center, tax office. Yeah. I think that should be good for the city's build queue. Just get it some buildings so I can start. I'll get it some more buildings. Literally, a lot of cities have been doing nothing but build buildings for ages now. It's gonna be too long before that happens, so might as well just build it all. Food-wise, oh, you still need to get that modern granary out of the way. And where is it? Here. Just finish building that lighthouse, please. Right, build a railroad there so I can access that area. Move to there more easily. That is a eclectic mix of buildings to build. Oh hey, petrified wood. And let's get all these food buildings out of the way. Did I? No. Okay. Okay, ancient customs are built. Is it worth that compared to everything else? Yeah, probably. 17 plus 18. Yeah, it's still better than the factory. Not by much. But it still is. Hmm. Dread, okay. Okay, so it is going slower than I had hoped. Thinking, oh, did I manage to get through 3 techs? No, it's still only 2. Yeah, I'll focus on handling the reefs with these workboats rather than doing anything that would, well, consume them. Mountain mine is going to be very helpful in ensuring that the city has enough production to do what it needs to. Oh, you need a hospital. Okay. Let's get you the rank of sophistication. Because now that you're no longer stuck on only Byzantium, there are a lot more animals to fight. In order to get the flights to go, I do need to have the airport, which actually doesn't give me anything except access to the building, so due to the nature of how things are, not really much of a point to building it right now. Let's get these buildings out of the way. And Triumph column, why not? Shopping district. $50 population. Wow. You know what? National Science Foundation. You're big enough to handle it. I could use the free tech somewhere. I guess I could grab data. Okay. Maybe I should pick something else to build. Because I do want that free technology, but... You know what? Let's set up the metric system. Right? Yeah, sure. Hypermarket is a very long way away. That, however, turns into a mall, so not building. High-tech cultural enrichment is also very, very far away, so... There, that should be a good mix of buildings to keep you busy. Okay then, engineering school. If that one is buildable, then it's unlikely that anything else would be much better. It's weird that the factory got built before the engineering school. Oh well. Oh well. Hmm. Yeah, I'm still gonna go for Vortex. Yes. Even if it's... the game is absolutely starting to slow down. It's not unacceptably slow yet. What's here? Figs. I already have figs, and I'd rather build a lumber mill. I do wonder why it's taking the units so long to build these.
Aviation is proof that given the will, we have the capacity to achieve the impossible.
Well, perhaps not the impossible, but absolutely what was once thought to be impossible. It's not much of a difference, but it does exist, the difference. Auto gyro. Oh, I can build those now? Wait. I remember those being... No, because I can't replace those with fire with it. Sad. But I can put the Metropolitan Administration here. Neat. I'm gonna get a horse trader here as well. Okay, modern offices. The construction firm can give me 15 production in 12 turns. Okay, it's probably different, but... sure. Yeah, okay, I don't have many options, really. Farm supply might be better than coal power dynamo. And that's about it on obvious things to build, so let's just leave it. So within reach of a city. And that's a reef. I may as well build the lighthouses. it keeps things safe. Alright, now time to tear down that fortification too. And then I'll pop them close to Hati's territory, and yeah. For lack of a better term, wait. Ooh, dire wolf remains. Eat. Primate closure. Cover and City Rider 3 and 4 are gone. Well, I'm fine with losing cover because there aren't very many archery units left, except for those crossbow that the barbs have. Oh hey, pinch. The monasteries will be gone with modern physics, which does lose a very large amount of useful income down the line, but it'll be worth it down the line. Wait. You mean to tell me I never had cotton fibers before? Get those as fast as possible. These make these buildings even more helpful. Can't believe I've never had cotton fibers. Okay, also build the aqueduct. So apparently I didn't actually build that in this city. Which is weird because that's by Ricky. It's by Ricky of all places. That city has existed for ages. How come I haven't noticed that? Just gonna check. Take a minute to check. Let's see here. Peat fire dynamo's there. Charcoal tar, I guess? No. There's way too much stuff that still is pretty good, so. At least in comparison to that. This parking lot. No, maybe not the streetcars. Exactly, there isn't really much else. Industrial park, yeah, that one's also pretty good. Same with the aluminum smith. At least it's good enough to outdo that. And any further is... no, okay. I'll save anything more for later down the line. I know I could actually pillar to that faster if I really wanted to by doing one unit at a time, but it's not important. I've got 20,000 turns. Which is an insane amount of turns. The fact that I'm already 28% of the way through. Yeah. I mean, assuming I play all 20,000 turns, which I don't think so. I don't think I will. It just sounds like way too much. I'll probably stop around the time I finish off the tech tree unless the game becomes too unstable earlier on to keep playing. If the game falls apart after a point, then, well, I can't exactly say no to that. Because in the end, if either the game or my computer can't handle it anymore, then yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. That should be a pretty good construction list. Nothing there, quite a bit there. Oh boy. Let's get your food through, and then deal with the remaining science buildings. I think I might want to wait on the press agency. Might be enough time to get that through the World News Network. Yeesh. Okay, yeah, the excellent food buildings have already been built. So, alright, do that, and let's build the bank as well so I can get the patent office down the line. Industrial farms, that's one of the easy ones. Hydro plant's also really easy, but apparently the parts plant is better. Oil refinery is also incredibly good. It's a guild hall. I think the foundry is fast. No, the foundry isn't fast enough. Okay, maybe. It is. Okay, guild hall has top priority. I'm not building the surveyor's office because, of course not. Construction firm's right there. I'm gonna wait on that one at least for a bit though. Despite what it may sound like, the Great Shinapa is not actually a wonder. Let's get you a couple national smelteries. I need to get the national wonders built anyway, at some point or another. And I may as well. Stuff, I'll just work my way down. I know the rest of it is already replaced, so no point adding it to the queue. Okay, we'll get rocketry within the next 7 minutes, please. Please! Don't have 5 cities waiting for my next command. Eeh, that was loud. Thylacine remains. I'll take those, thank you very much. Snake pit. Okay, Balloonerine's shopping district. Get those new science buildings out of the way. Oh look, a chop shop. Also a marina. Attack on the fire hydrants. Parking meter, tax office. Yeah, that tax office really is going to help with when it comes to dealing with maintenance. Although I'm also building the coastal preserve, which also increases maintenance, but should be a nice, long, useful production queue.
The earth is the cradle of the mind, but one cannot eternally live in a cradle.
Yeah, rocketry is one of the original techs for Civ 4. Okay, wait. What is my list of options? Communism, electronics, recommended growth. Fascism, naval flight, zeppelins, agrochemicals, applied economics, and data. At some point, I'm going to have to take the plunge and research electronics. I am going to miss Susung's workshop. With applied economics, I can get highway systems, and then start working towards globalization. Okay, that tech is earlier than I anticipated. I could rush for it right now if I wanted to. So I might have built the United Nations. And the World Tower to get me a free construction firm in every city. Ooh. You know what? Yeah. And all this stuff still takes 10 turns. I think I'll do manufacturing after that because... Okay, construct manufacturing plant. Okay. Fraunhofer Society. That's a lot of production. Manufacturing plant. There it is. Yeah, it... replaces the cottage industry. Okay. That's actually better than I was expecting. I was expecting it would be the assembly plant with its numbers, but no. Yeah, that's... Go globalization or manufacturing for... Oh. Oh, I need physical chemistry for manufacturing. And highway systems. Okay. Then globalization first. Simply due to ease. And that will actually unlock tourism, because I already have aviation... Yeah, right here. Okay. So I can take tourism as the free tech, or grab tourism and then have gastronomy, or maybe ecology. I already have wildlife conservation, don't I? Yeah. It's way back here. So then I could rush for ecology, and then recycling, and then take new urbanism as a free tech. Maybe. I don't know. I keep putting it off, the free tech. Okay. I'll finish up the turn, mostly. Yeesh. Well, if I press enter, it's gonna go for a city first. So, shopping district. I'm gonna get even more out of the trade routes. Let me get through some of these early buildings. I'm not certain. Okay, let's see here. That and you're Axum. Okay. Maybe I wonder. Why not Department of Foreign Policy? Yeah, put the Department of Foreign Policy in the first capital I've conquered. What could possibly go wrong with doing that? It is a very silly thought, I must say. uh, uh, that's very much a statement to make. Okay, I'll call it for this session. I've got things planned out. I'm going to gun for globalization because there's quite a few. Okay, there's the there's the Aeon Center right here, which gives me a free gas station in every city, which is +3 production and some gold, which is quite nice. That's no Transamerica Tower, which gets me more gold, +5% gold in all cities, and a free insurance office, which is another 5% gold. No, it's 5 base gold production. There's the World Tower, which I'm really interested in. Free construction firm in every city. Yeah. The UN is for other stuff. The Willows Tower gets me a free department store in every city, which is even more gold. World Trade Center, yeah, so the department store is another 5 base gold gain. And the World Trade Center is plus 5% gold in all cities. Like, out of all of these wonders, except for the Azadi Tower and I guess the UN, they're all good. So I believe a couple other buildings, so. And then after that I'm going to go for manufacturing, because then I can turn my cottage industry into a manufacturing plant. Which turns that plus 15 production, plus 15% production building into plus 25% production, assuming there is no power. If there is power, it's plus 65%. I do need manufacturing as well as aluminum or titanium and a factory. But it is quite good, especially since it doesn't have any other negatives outside of, production cost. And it also gives me 2 engineers. And should I build the Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor, which is a later world wonder, megacities. It's late information era. There it is. Yeah. It's beyond the actual modern day current level of technology, which I'd say is around here-ish. Like, this big white circle, all this stuff is available. Although augmented reality is probably the first ahead that we have. And I think we have all of these, maybe? I mean, I have no clue what imaginary physics is supposed to be. On the other hand, neutrino observatory, gravitational wave detector, we have those. The dark matter detector, no, but these we have in real life, so. But I can talk about that in more depth later. Let's see here. Conquered this city. It's gonna take a while for it to calm down. Kumon is almost calmed down though, and I've plopped down a new city here. I'm having Honolulu build a bunch of buildings before doing the next infantry pioneer combo. I'm gonna have to build a lot of stuff later, aren't I? Ah, well. It's plenty to do, and plenty of time. Even if the game has slowed down to about 40 turns every session, and every session is going well over an hour now. It's taking like 2 minutes to do each turn. That's not very good time. Either way, I've definitely gone on long enough. I'll see you again next time. Until then, bye.